my channel. Is this your first time on joining us? I'm so glad that you were able to do so today. So today is one of our breastfeeding series, and I've been promising everyone that I'm going to do one of the breastfeeding series, and today is a very important one that you need to stay back and learn. It's a very important topic. Why? Because in breastfeeding we don't learn enough. We keep learning daily, not just only about breastfeeding, motherhood. We share on motherhood here. We do anything that relates to lifestyle, family, kids. So these are what we do here. So we keep learning daily, especially when it has to do with kid stuff, baby stuff, motherhood stuff, those things. Okay, so we learn daily. So if you're just joining us, please don't forget to subscribe, and while you do so, don't forget to hit on the bell. That bell reminds you already have new content. And please like our videos. Okay, like our videos. These are just one of the ways of supporting us, so I also appreciate you once more. And just stay back as we share on today. So today we're going to be sharing on the ways to enhance your breast milk. Ways to enhance your breast milk. We know a lot of us, especially if you're a first-time mother, it's a big challenge when you're about to breastfeed your baby. You know the pains that you experience when the baby starts sucking on the nipples. Okay, so the pain there is not something that is easy for us mothers. Okay, so we're gonna be sharing on how you can enhance your breast milk, and one of the ways is bitter leaf. Yes, I know you're surprised. So the way to do that is when you get your bitter leaf, fresh ones, you pound it. If you can't pound it, if you don't have any, because here in West Africa or some parts of the Africa, they have pistol and they have mortar and pistol, those things. I'm going to be leaving the on the picture of the screen of local way of pounding. Before, that's what we're using. These were our local ways of how we pound. Okay, not now that things have definitely changed, technology have come by. So either you can use your blender also, or you can use your pounding pistol and what's it called, your mortar, okay, to pound. So when you get the fresh bitter leaf, I don't know if you can get that in some Western countries, but here in Africa and West Africa, where I'm from, particularly Nigeria, we have bitter leaf. Okay, bitter leaf is good, especially in tropical areas. So you get them fresh, you pound them, or you can use a blender and grind it very smoothly. Usually, because bitter leaf itself has chemicals. Okay, the chemical I'm talking about is not harmful chemicals, but anything, not just only about bitter leaf, anything you take and you take it excess, it's might at the end of the day affect you one way or the other. So we don't take this. Even meat, when you eat meat in excess, it can cause might have side effects. Okay, so when you take too much of the bitter leaf, so what I mean by that is I just want to describe how it's going to be easy and demonstrate how you're going to take the bitter leaf water and the way to do so. So when you pound or you blend, when you're done with that, you mix it with water, you drink it, and especially at that time when it's approaching, when you're about to breastfeed your baby, if it's at night. Okay, if you can take it by 10, it all depends on the last time your baby sucked. If your baby is because it's very good that we mothers we direct our babies on the routine of time to sleep, time to wake, because the babies are sensitive themselves. Don't say that they're still little, they're sensitive, they're very smart. Okay, so you have to give them time when to sleep. So if the time the baby usually sleep, if you already target the time at 8 o'clock, okay, once it's approaching 8, you breastfeed her the last time, and by 9 o'clock you go do this and pound, bring out the water. If you already have done that, you can store it in your refrigerator. The only thing you can just do is just to go there, get the bitter leaf water, a glass, just half glass. Okay, half glass, you mix it with water, let it just be watery. Baby, whatever the baby sucks, if it's so much, vegetables, when you take it excessively, it can start giving you running stomach. What I mean by running stomach, you might start having diarrhea, you understand? So you mix it enough water and you drink. If the baby wakes up by maybe 2 hours, all depends on some babies, they don't sleep for long. When they hear a little noise, they're already awoken. So it all depends on the length of your baby. That's why I say you give your baby routine. It's very good. You give them time to sleep. Just make sure you give them the time frame. Don't just leave them to just live life. When you continue allowing the baby to just stay that way, anytime they like this sleep, anytime they like the wake, it's going to be difficult. So give them a bedtime routine. Okay, very sorry for the noise at the background. It's from my kids. So you take that when the baby have gone to bed, like let's assume it, like what I said before, baby giving baby routine. If they usually sleep by 8, you go 9 o'clock, you take it, put enough water, mix it up with the bitter leaf, the water, let it be watery, okay? And you take it, just wait a little. If the baby wakes up by 1, you know you already have enough breast milk, so you feed the baby. So that's way when you continue doing that, constantly, you find out that your breast milk, will be coming out more, especially first time moms. What I'm saying, why I'm specifically particularly directing it to first time moms, is because I know I had the experience, and I know a lot of us also have. A lot of us use different ways. They tell us that our mothers that already have us, they tell us this is what you do, this is what you do, what is working, and what there's some people they do what their mothers ask them to, that at the end of the day might not work. But this this bitter leaf water, the way I explain how you go and prepare it, when you take it that way, it helps your breast milk when you take it constantly, not just more constantly, because it might give your baby running stomach, like what I said, diarrhea. Okay, so don't just make it excessively, but once in 2 days do that, and you see how your breast milk is going to flow well for the baby. And another one is the second thing you can also do, or another ways to enhance your breast milk, is water. Take enough water. The breast milk itself is watery, it contains water, so you have to take it excessively. And another thing is take much of your vegetables. Vegetables also help, not only bitter leaf. You can take what's it called, the pumpkin leaf. We have it here, okay, that have a whole lot of vitamins, minerals, and those stuff, make sure you take it more. That alone enhances your breast milk. And also almond seed. We all know that almond seed has a lot of content, okay, that helps the baby to grow, has a whole lot of content. So it all depends on how. There's some they have the powdered one. You can get the powdered one. You can mix it as a chocolate, as tea, and you drink. And also tea also help. Something hot. When you take something hot, like the whole body is just ginger. No, when you take something hot, or you'll be sweating, so you have a whole lot of water that will be retained on inside of you, that when you start breastfeeding, the baby can have enough of breast milk. Another one is fenugreek seed. Fenugreek seed, we already know that. More than those that don't know more about fenugreek seed can even go ahead to Google it. Fenugreek seed has a whole lot of content, vitamins, minerals, and all those stuff. Also, you can also use. It all depends on how you're able to source out for it. If you source it in seedy form, you can grind it and use water, filter it, and let it just be watery bits. You can have your milk or whatever you want to add just to enhance the taste and take. And also, I want to leave behind here before I round up. Please, whatever you take inside of you, remember that the baby sucks out of it. It's quite different when you are pregnant. When you're pregnant, you can take juice, you can take whatever that that might give you diarrhea or affect the baby. You can even do that, nothing will happen to the baby. But once you bring your baby into the world, you deliver your little baby, there are some things you don't take just like normal before you're pregnant, or when you're still pregnant, okay? There's some things you don't take excessively, because we do this just to avoid that it might not let it not affect the baby. That's what I mean. So it do not affect the baby. And also, when you take a whole lot of this Coke, Fanta, all these other ones, I don't know, Westerners, they have juice. Even when you take orange is good, fruits is good, but don't take it excessively, because when you take orange, remember when you take so much orange, because orange also help to constipate. Like when you suffer from constipation, when you take orange, it can help diffuse and dissolve any foods that might make you experience that constipation. So when you take it, you might just have diarrhea, and it's easier for you to poo, or easier for you to to push out your waste. So that's what it is. So when you take it excessively, if you are going ahead taking fruits, be careful how you take it excessively. These things I've just told you about, take it in minimal form. But when you do it constantly, do it with be wise while do it with measurements. Okay, you know what your body can take. Okay, you do that and allow that breast milk to flow very well for the baby to be able to so enhance your breast milk. Maybe this might be the last point, is when you nurse regularly. Apart from all these things I just mentioned, when you nurse regularly, like I said before I started, I said first time moms is difficult. I don't know, everybody with their own body system. Like for me, first time I had my baby, it was difficult for my breast milk to start flowing well. Okay, so people were bringing different options. My mother-in-law and my mother, everybody, women, they keep telling you different suggestions of what to do. But one thing I found out, that when you breastfeed your baby. I know it's painful when you do that for the very first time, but when you constantly do that, I know it's painful, like I said. I know I'm emphasizing why on this, but do it constantly. Sacrifice. When you are pregnant, you know the pains and the struggles. Okay, I would advise that you continue to regularly breastfeed your baby. When you do that, you find out that the breast nipples, the pores of the breast milk nipples, when you allow the baby to suck it more constantly, it makes the breast milk to have enough pores to come out. You know what I mean by that? Like in a bag, when you dip one hole in a bag, if there's water inside that bag, it might flow from one direction. But when you continue dipping it, the whole parts of that the nylon where the water is, all the water will be gushing out. So it is. So when you allow the baby suck constantly, okay, it helps the breast milk to to flow very well, the way that the baby, when the baby finish feeding, he or she or the baby will be full for maybe for some time again before you continue feeding him or her on the next stage of breast milk. This time I always remember. When I forget some, I remember some. Another thing is, make sure you breastfeed your baby in two sides. We have to breast, okay? Make sure you breastfeed your baby the two sides of the breast. Make sure when you finish, a lot of mothers understand what I'm talking about. So when you breastfeed your baby on the left side of the breast, make sure you turn the baby to the right side of the breast to also suck. Do it interchangeably. You do this, you do that. Continue doing that. Like I said, when you continue allowing your baby to suck on you, breastfeed constantly, it helps the breast milk to flow very well. Remember, what we're doing today, or what we're talking about today, is the ways. Some of other ways you can enhance your breast milk. You can also do water like what I call pumping. Okay, you can also use pumping fuels. Okay, those pumping elements they use to do that, because the more you use the pumping machine, yes, the more you use a pumping machine, like I said, it just the same way, like I said, when the baby sucks constantly, it helps the pores, to be open for more breast milk to be pouring out from it. Okay, so it is with water breast pump. So when you use breast pump, it helps just like the baby is the one sucking. So the only thing there just for you store it in a bottle and keep it in the refrigerator, any one that is left. Okay, so it is with when you allow the baby to suck constantly. So it is with water pump, with breast pump. Okay, so it is with breast pump. So you can also use breast pump. But I know it's painful, but constantly using a breast pump makes the breast milk to flow more for the baby to be satisfied. Okay, when the baby is not satisfied, he or she or the baby will come more for it, and you'll be tired, you'll be fagged out. So I will advise you, for you to breastfeed, you have to make sure you grow your breast milk, produce more breast milk by these fats, especially the one I talked about, this bitter leaf, fenugreek seed, almond seed, hot water, and drink constantly water, not the water that is so hot. I mean warm water. Take warm water. You can even make it a form of chocolate tea, and make sure you take it more. Okay, water also helps. So these are just one of the ways, of many ways you can also enhance your breast milk. You can help your breast milk to flow more. Okay, so there's no need using technology. A lot of us use technology. We use a breast pump. Breast pump is also good for those that can't afford it. Please use this. You have to produce first before your baby can suck from. If your body your body is not able to produce much breast milk or more breast milk, just know that you can't breastfeed the baby the way that he or she or the baby will be satisfied more. So it's better that you produce much breast milk or more breast milk. It's also a way that you will have breast milk. So when you produce more breast milk, because you have to first of all produce, your body will have to produce these things, and these are these things you have to take for the body to produce much breast milk, so that when the baby is sucking, the baby will have much breast milk coming out of the your breast for the baby to be satisfied of. So hope you enjoyed it today. This is just where we're going to round up, and hope you learned one or two. And if there are other questions that you want us also know or based on this, please leave everything there in the comment section. I'll be glad to to come by and reply you. And also I also remind again, if you're not subscribe, please hit on the bell so you'll be reminded about our new content. So I love you, and we're gonna see you on the next one.